Morning, morning. Always room for 10 more. Always that room for 10 more. Huh? We say Mary is the cause of our joy. And one reason why she's the cause of our joy is that her prayer is very powerful. We learned some lessons from the scriptures. The first lesson is from Isaiah chapter 59, verses 1 to 3. The scripture says, it is sin that weakens our prayer. God says, because of your sin, I can't hear your prayer. So our sin weakens our prayer. And James 5:16 says, the prayer of a righteous person is powerful with God. So the Bible is telling us, sin weakens your prayer, and a good life make your prayer strong. Now, if sin weakens our prayer, what could we say about Mary's prayer? You tell me. You tell me. Tell me about Mary's prayer. Sin does weaken our prayer. You tell me now about Mary's prayer. Tell me. Mary's prayer is the strongest prayer. Why? Because Mary has no sin, and therefore nothing weakens her prayer. Her prayer is totally powerful. Only sin weakens prayer. She ain't got no sin. So nothing weakens her prayer. Her prayer is totally powerful. We have to understand why. What is sin? Sin is saying no to God. So Mary never said no to God, and God never says no to Mary. Never said no to Mary. People ask me as a priest, why do I need Mary to pray for me? I am God's child. Why can't I go to God for myself? And I tell them, of course, darling, you are God's child, but you are a sinner. And if you are a sinner, that weakens your prayer. Nothing weakens Mary's prayer. It's always better for her to pray for us. Her prayer is stronger than ours. Second lesson from the scripture is from Matthew 17, 14 to 20. The scriptures tell us that some situations need stronger prayer. A weak prayer can't solve a big problem. A big problem needs a strong prayer. So some situations need stronger prayer. We know the story about the transfiguration when Jesus went up the mountain. When Jesus came down from the mountain, he saw a crowd. And he asked her, what happened? What happened here? A man came. He said, Jesus, my son has an evil spirit and your disciples can't cast it out. So Jesus took the child and Jesus cast out the evil spirit. So when the disciples went home, they said, but Jesus, we don't understand this. But we cast out spirit all the time. Why we couldn't cast out that one? Jesus says, because your faith was weak, your prayer wasn't strong enough for that kind of spirit. Some situations need stronger prayer. Some kind of evil need strong prayer. And their faith was weak. So the prayer wasn't strong enough to cast out that kind of spirit. You know Father Gobi? How many of you know who's Father Gobi? Put up your hand. You know Father Gobi? Alright. Father Gobi is an Italian priest that Mary has been giving messages to since 1973. One day, Mary said to Father Gobi, she said, there are people that you are praying for that you cannot save. You can't save them. They are on the edge of hell, and your prayer is not strong enough to pull back somebody from the edge of hell. Your prayer can't save them. She said, only my prayer could save them. Only my prayer is strong enough to pull back somebody from the edge of hell. And she says, that is why you must ask me to pray for all the sinners. So whether they're on the edge of hell or anywhere else, my prayer could always save them. There was a French mystic, a French saint, and she was praying for one of her relatives who was a big, big sinner. You know, a big fish. A real big sinner. And she prayed, and she prayed. And one day Jesus said to her, he said, Gabriel, honey, you're not able, you know, he's a big fish. He said, let my mother pray for him. Jesus said to her, let my mother pray for him. Your prayer not strong enough. He's a big fish. So Jesus telling us there are some situations that we're going to face in life where only Mary's prayer is strong enough. Remember that? Some situations you're going to face in life where only Mary's prayer is strong enough. Mary is cause of our joy also because she is very powerful against Satan. Oh yeah. There is an important reason why Mary is powerful against Satan. There's room for 5 more. Always room for 5 more. Very nice. Welcome, welcome. So there's an important reason why Mary is very powerful against Satan. Satan is famous for his pride. And humility is the exact opposite of pride. So Satan cannot tolerate humility. He can't stand humility. It's the exact opposite of his being. Humility comes like sulfur in his nose. Satan can't have humility. It's the exact opposite of himself. He can't handle it at all. During the time of St. Francis of Assisi, a Franciscan priest was casting out an evil spirit. And the evil spirit was given trouble to go after some hours. But then the evil spirit said, all right, I have to leave now. I have to go now. And the priest asked him, why you have to go now? He said, look who come in. Brother Leo, be too humble. You see what happened there? A humble monk is coming and the spirit can't stay. Can't stay. So Satan cannot remain where there is humility. So Mary is totally humble. She's full of humility. So when Mary arrived, Satan can't stay. She cannot. Satan cannot stay when Mary comes. Because humility is the exact opposite of Satan. Alright?